It's time for some more cup football, FA Cup and FA Trophy. Let's get into it. Hello guys, David here and welcome back to episode number 5 of Hometown Hero. In this episode we are going to be playing two cup games, We're playing the FA Cup third qualifying round against Kettering. I'm going to be playing the FA Trophy third round against Torquay United. Before we get into the video, thank you again. I'm only going to do this one last time, but thank you again so much for the metrics that are going through on this channel, on this video, on this series at the moment. There's an absolutely insane amount of views going through. You're all liking it, you're all commenting. It's just brilliant, and thank you guys ever so much for doing that. The other bit of housekeeping, Merry Christmas. Hope you had a lovely Christmas. We're back onto Monday now, so the whole thing's kind of gone over, but let's be honest, we didn't really get a chance to enjoy it properly anyway, did we? And the less said about that, the better. So yeah, I hope you had a good one, and let's get straight back into things with some very intriguing cup games. Since you were last with us, see, the last time you were with us, we had the FA Cup first round and the FA Trophy first round games against Ramsbottom and Hitchin. We've still been winning pretty comfortably since then. We had a nice win against Weston-super-Mare in the league. We had a win against Whitby in the FA Cup second round. An unfortunate draw against Wimborne, but then we finished that off with a nice win against Gosport in the league as well. And apologies, it's the FA Trophy second round we're going into. Of course, Kettering of the Vanarama National North, so the league above us technically. So it's going to be an interesting challenge. They have dropped down as low as we have been recently, but have just got back into the Vanarama leagues. So it's going to be a tough one, but hopefully we can come out of this with a decent result. The team that we're going to be playing in today's game, as I just make one swift change, is going to be Marcus Beauchamp in goal. We're going to have a back four of Somerton, Jack Ball, Ollie Gardner and Elliot Wheeler at the back. A midfield four of Jack Roberts, Jazz Wallace, Dom Jeffries and Lewis Benson on the right. And we've got Warren Bentley and Marvin Brooks up front. I think I've made some set transfers since I last recorded this. I recorded the last episode probably about a week ago, so I've not really logged into the database since because I didn't want to go too far ahead. But there have been some changes, and there's going to be some changes coming in as well. So yeah, be fun to see how they kind of turn out. Particularly some changes in terms of positional stuff as well. So again, big thanks to Dom Savage from who contacted me on Twitter. Well, actually, I contacted him because he mentioned something in the comments on the first video. He's been really helpful in terms of sorting out some of these player positions as well, just trying to make them work out a little bit better. So we now have Sam Roberts who can play as left back and left mid. We've got Jack Ball who can play right back if we need him to, and it's just kind of it's ebbed and flowed into a bit more of a just a bit more of a decent looking squad. In fairness, still got a couple of players to bring in though, so we'll kind of see how we get on with those as we continue through the year. But anyway, enough of me chit-chatting away. Let's get into the game. We do have three, I would argue, fairly key players who aren't able to play today. We don't have Charlie Kennedy, he's suspended. We don't have Antonio Diaz, he is injured. And we don't have Jay Sean Chamberlain-Gale because he's also suspended, which is a bit disappointing. But we come down to the Raymac. We've got proper or higher up non-league opposition that we're up against in the Vanarama National North. See how we get on. This is a very popular team in Football Manager this year. I know that there's been a couple of content creators like myself who have picked them. You can continue watching this series though, because it's a lot better than theirs. And they're playing a 5-3, a 5-2-1-2, which is obviously our other kind of tactic. To be fair, but we've not really had to worry about it just yet, as they do get a chance, but it's just gone over the top of the bar. There's nothing really to worry about, but Wheeler's going to have the chance to whip a ball in. Lovely ball, Dom Jeffries. Oh, he's at the post / crossbar / all sorts. He was offside anyway. Oh, that was a good effort though. Unlucky not to finish that. It was a lovely header. He hit it exactly where you wanted it to go. Oh my lord. We're in the FA Cup. Here we go. So I thought there was only 3 qualifying rounds in the FA Cup. I found out there's actually 4. So we don't go through to the first round if we win this, which is a bit of a shame, but who knows? Maybe we'll still get through. I haven't actually seen who the other ties are, so I don't really know if we've got an easy one or a difficult one. But Sam Roberts puts a ball in. That was a good ball. Just needed to cut it back a little bit more as Sheriff is running forwards. Finds Hunt on the left-hand side. We need to close him down a little bit. Gets a ball in. Holman's there. And as I expected, we didn't close him down. Didn't stop the cross. And unfortunately, that's attributed to a Kettering goal. And we're in a little bit of disarray at the moment. It's a little bit disappointing. Marvin Brooks in the kickoff finds Roberts on the left-hand side. A little bit of an interplay between him and Summerton, who's subject to quite a lot of transfer speculation at the moment. There's quite a few bids coming in for him. I don't really want him to leave just right now. He is very good. He's a very good potential player. He might not be quite up to it at the moment. Potentially, it might be a bit harsh, but I mean that is one of the worst outballs I've ever seen. But fortunately, the header from Sheriff has gone straight to Marcus Beauchamp, who's launched it clear and found Warren Bentley, who's going to whip a cool ball, whips a ball across to Marvin Brooks. Fortunately, he didn't score because I would not have known what to say. That was really unfortunate, though. It was a good effort. As they're now going to look to be on the break again, Kettering going to hopefully not make it to before half time. Benson with a fairly cynical foul there, but stopped them from getting out of their area and starting to put a little charge on. Now half time. Apparently we've had the better shade of the play according to our XG rating. I wouldn't suggest that is the case. To be completely honest, we need to start looking at putting some balls in the back of the net. Elliot Wheeler from the free kick then whips a ball in, tries to get it onto the head of someone but doesn't, and it's Kettering on the break now. It's 2 against 2 and Holman's been played in here and has dinked it wide of the post. Not the best effort in the world. It looks like the Raymack is absolutely chocker in this game. Love to see it. Hopefully Wallace gets on that. He doesn't. Wallace is, I think I mentioned this in the last episode again. Apologies if I'm reiterating things that have already been said, but Wallace has not massively wowed me since he's joined. He looks like he's got all the makings of a great player. She's not really playing as a great player at the moment, but Marvin Brooks has picked it up. He's going to try and loop a ball forwards. I thought that was a kind of a long ball ahead towards Warren Bentley, but it just seemed to go a hell of a lot further. And that is as route one as you're going to get, and Beauchamp with a great save. I thought that was going to be 2-0 and curtains for us in the FA Cup there, but fortunately we managed to get away with it. Hunt whips the ball in now from the corner for Kettering. Benson's there to nod it away and finds Warren Bentley. We're on a charge now. It's 2 against 3 and plays in Marvin Brooks. He's got Roberts on his left-hand side. Come on, we can find the ball. We can find a ball. We can find it. Finds Wallace. Finds Roberts again. He's not the best pass from Wallace at all. And it's a free kick. I thought that was going to be waved away, but it wasn't. And it's going to be Elliot Wheeler. I think that's going to be. He's going to take the free kick. He's going to have a chance. Whips it in, and it's straight at the keeper. That we need to try and play with a little bit higher of a tempo here. We seem to be playing a little bit slowly. I think we'll try and keep a hold of the ball a little bit more as well. We've got another free kick now. So Elliot Wheeler's going to have another bite at the cherry. Whips a ball in. Roberts to the back post. Come on! Sam Roberts with his second goal of the season. He has been pretty damn good since he's joined us as a left back / left mid rather than a winger. And that is a lovely finish on, I believe, his stronger right foot, if I'm not mistaken. I'm 99% sure that I've looked at his details, and I'm fairly certain he is actually right-footed. I could be wrong. Probably am. And oh my word, oh no. We just got back into it. Bouncing around like pinball in the area, and Michelle Parker has scored probably the easiest goal he'll ever score in his career. Whipped the ball in. I mean, that's as much as I hate to say it, that's a lovely bit of vision from whoever that was, that Graham lad who's managed to, hold on, Roberts again! Roberts again! Oh my word, it's a carbon copy. How have they not managed to do something about that the second time? I do not know. I'm not complaining though. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, Graham with a nice little knockdown, but this is beautiful. Wheeler's put that on a plate for Sam Roberts twice now, and that is wonderful stuff. Wallace is going to come off because he's not playing well. Nor is Dom Jeffries, actually. We're struggling to find a rhythm in the midfield, got to be honest. We'll bring Charlie Davis on, and then we'll bring Darren Mullins on for Dom Jeffries. Darren's been a little bit disappointed with my team talks recently, I care to remember. Apparently he's not very happy that I've been a bit negative, even though we've been not performing as well as I feel we could be. All I'll say back to him if he watches this. I think this is going to go to extra time. I'm 99% sure they're not doing extra time in the FA Cup this year, so I'm fairly certain we're going to go straight to extra time. So we might get another change unless we manage to get something from here. Summerton with a throw in, nice long ball in. Graham manages to clear it though, and it's a chance for Kettering to get onto the break, and hopefully we can cut them down It's a chance. Sheriff is in. It's a bit terrible defending there. He's... Oh, Beauchamp saves with it. I think that was his leg. Whatever it was, I'm glad he did it, because that was getting a little bit worrisome. Yeah, so we've done our 3 changes. There definitely is 3 in the main portion of the game. I don't know if we get another one afterwards, though. Good defensive header from Yemi there, who is potentially looking at leaving. He doesn't want to stay at the club anymore. And given his age, I'm not adverse to letting him leave. So if he does want to leave, then he's more than welcome to. Because I have got a couple of people in on trial who can play on the right wing, which will give us some strength in depth there, and gives the chance for Dom Jeffries to potentially play a midfield role if he prefers to at times as well. So we're going to extra time, boys. We're going the distance. Don't let this slip away from you. I'll go with what Callum's saying, because I know he'll shout at me on Twitter if I don't. So we'll go with what he reckons. He reckons we play better. I would argue it's probably not necessarily the case. Catching a chance on the free kick, and it's gone in. And it was one of them. It looked like it was going to be going in, and it did. Sam Roberts is tired, and we haven't got another change either. We have seemed to have not been given that fourth change. I thought we'd get one, you know, being COVID and stuff. And it could be curtains here. Could be 4. Another free kick from Hunt. He's not going to get 2. No, it's hit the wall this time. Are we going to get on to the end of it? No, we're not. Highlight finishes. Look at that. 3 goals in the space of, what, 6 minutes. Crazy stuff. Half time and extra time. We need to try and find a way out of this. Or back into this game, actually. I don't really know what we're going to do. Do we shift a couple of players forward? Problem is I've taken off most of my attacking players. Davis can play there. Let's do that. Let's shift it around a bit. Let's do something like this for now. We'll play him as a shadow striker so that he can kind of drift in behind the defence as well. And then I think we're going to have to just kind of deal with that. And let's play him as a poacher instead. And then we'll play Marvin Brooks as a target man, because he can do that. And then we're going to try and distribute to the target man when we get the ball back. I think that seems sensible. And let's not hit early crosses. Play for set pieces. Pass into space. Let's just see what happens, shall we? Who knows? Got 15 minutes to save our FA Cup season. Like I say, it's not... I mean, they obviously, it's a good... barometer to see how we're getting on with the team at the moment. The fact we've taken a Vanarama National North side to extra time, and we've given a good account of ourselves. I think it's the complete honest thing I would say is, look, we're out of the cup unfortunately, but we didn't play as badly as I think we would give ourselves credit for. We did give them a good game, didn't have as many chances, but we still scored 2 against a Vanarama National North team, and that, personally, is not something to sniff about, I don't think. But our cup run is over. Hopefully we've got a bit of money in the coffers. We do get a little bit. We got a lovely attendance of just over 1,100 people, which is what you like to see. And I believe from the Club Vision screen, which is what the board want us to do, yes, we passed because we got to where we needed to. We're pretty much on course to do whatever we've been asked for at the moment, which is quite nice. So I'm going to go get the Southern League Cup game out of the way. We'll come back again in a minute for the game against Torquay in the FA Trophy. Alrighty then, gang, we've got the Torquay game coming up for you now. Before we go into that, we have had 2 games, not the one that I expected. The Yate game got slotted in there quite nicely. We're through in the League Cup, so we're carrying on in the Southern League Cup. We're through to the 3rd round where we will play Bromsgrove, who I would argue are a better side than. We beat Basingstoke 4-3. Not the easiest game in the world. We went 1-0 up, they went 1-1. We went 2-1 up, they went 2-2. We went 3-2 up, they went 3-3. And then finally, in the last minute in the game, I think it was the last kick of the game, Dom Jeffries scored an absolute belter. Dropped from him the free kick, hit the wall, came back out to him, smacked it bottom corner. It was a perler, I've got to say. And then an annoying 1-1 draw against Yate Town. Conceded in the last minute of normal time. Had so much time to muck around, we could have wasted a bit of time. They got up the other end of the pitch and scored an equaliser and hit the bar of the last kick of the game as well. So not the best performance in the world. To be honest, all of that leaves us sitting not too disappointingly 6th in the table. The main thing is we're 10 games unbeaten and Warren Bentley's still scoring goals. So that's the main thing. We can take some solace out of that. We probably need to convert a few of these draws into wins though. think it'd be quite nice. Anyway, let's get into the FA Trophy game. Of course, up against Torquay United, who are, of course, in the Vanarama National League, so even more of a challenge than we had against Kettering. And this is the team we're going to be doing to try and overturn them. Just a quick note, I forgot to mention this, but Antonio Diaz is out for quite a while. He's out for the next sort of 2 to 3 months with a torn hamstring. Got that in the last game before I recorded this against Gosport. I am looking at another option. His name is Adam Page. We've got a contract over to him at the moment. He's not the most incredible player in the world, but we're going to offer him a 7-month deal until the end of the season. So he gets on, maybe bring him with us when we hopefully go up next season as well. The other person I'm looking at is Sean Smith. Again, just another option, just to give a little bit of depth at left back. Because I'm conscious we're struggling with Somerton. He's not playing very well for one, and he's struggling because obviously the only real left back in the squad apart from Sam Roberts, who's obviously of course covering Diaz, so we're a little bit stuck in terms of strength and depth. So bringing in Sean and Adam is going to be hopefully a good thing to do to kind of beef up that left hand side. The other thing we've done is we have brought in a right winger. Big thanks to David who commented on the second episode. That came out a couple of days ago, but I'm recording this again ahead of time because of Christmas and all that sort of stuff. He mentioned to me that I should definitely be playing Dom Jeffries through the middle and trying to get in someone on the right hand side. I have been doing, I have been playing Dom in the middle for a couple of weeks now in game. He's been playing really well, and I'm quite pleased with that. He's playing as my box-to-box midfielder, but I might change that. Might have him pushing a bit further forwards. To counter the fact that he's not on the right-hand side, I do have Yemi, but as I mentioned in the last game, he's going to be leaving us, and we do have Lewis who can play on the right-hand side. But I've brought in and don't take this the wrong way, ex-Poole Town player Jake Cope. I have used him in Football Manager before, and he's been really, really good for me. You can see the bits that we need him to do, because he's going to be playing on the wing for us. He's quick, he's got a good bit of dribbling on him, he's got a good pass on him, and he's not the worst crosser in the world as well. So take away his allegiances from Poole, because I heard in the comments people don't really like Poole, which is fine. I get it, we've all got rivalries, but that's something that you're going to have to deal with because he looks like a really good player. So, rivalries aside, hopefully he can do a job for us this season. Anyway, before I go into the team for today's game is going to be Marcus Beauchamp in goal, a back four of Somerton, Chamberlain, Gale, Gardner and Elliot Wheeler, Sam Roberts, Jazz Wallace, Dom Jeffries and Jake Cope, the midfield four. And then, of course, as you come to expect these days from this side, we've got Marvin Brooks and Warren Bentley up front. Warren Bentley contributing with 18 goals in nearly as many games this season, I think. I think we've played about 20 now. So he's doing really, really well, which I'm really pleased to see. Let's go and do all of this. Let's go say that we've got faith in them. And then let's see how we get on. Right, into the game. That's a big, big effort, this one. I'd be lying if I said I had any optimism in this game because Torquay are 2 divisions above us. They are arguably a very good side, and that was nearly a proof. I was going to go and check to see where they are in the league, but it's kind of like a fabled thing that in Football Manager you don't click on anything that can be anything against the other team because they'll just come back and make you regret it. So there you go. Whoa! I didn't see that coming at all. It's come out of nowhere. What a ball in from Wheeler, and Warren Bentley's got on that as he has been doing all through this season. Marvin Brooks loses it, gets it back, dinks it back to Wheeler, who puts a beauty of a ball in. And Warren Bentley's just kind of drifted off the defender and nodded it home. Get in. Come on, boys. Come on, you whites. Let's have it. Could shut up shop now. I'll be happy with that. Be happy with just a calm, collected 1-0 victory, and we move on to the third round. Sorry, Marvin Brooks is in here. It's 2-0. Oh, my lordy lord. We are 2-0 up against the Vanarama National League side. I don't know how good they are in the league. I'll have to check it after the game where they actually are in the league. But Marcus Beauchamp with a beautiful knock forwards. You'd call it Route 1. I just call it great football. And Marvin Brooks has just smacked it home, hasn't he? Let's not say anything less than that. He has absolutely battered the ball into the back of the net. Wouldn't be surprised if he'd taken part of the net with him, to be completely honest with you. But yeah, we're looking pretty good in the FA Trophy so far, aren't we? Not too bad at all. So I think, yeah, second round we're in. We have been drawn for the third round. I can't for the life of me remember who it's against. It got drawn because this game got delayed for some reason. I'm guessing waterlogged pitch, didn't see it, but I'd assume that's the case. So yeah, looking pretty good. Look at that. We're getting pasted in terms of the shots and everything like that, but we've got 2 goals on them, and that's what matters. Lovely stuff. Bit of praise at half time. Going to encourage the lads. But this is exactly the kind of performance I was hoping we might come out with. This is beautiful so far. We're keeping our way in it. Looks like we might have another chance here because we're going to be attacking now. It's going to be Jake Cope from the free kick. You're going to whip it in. Oh, just wide of the post. Not the worst effort you'll ever see. This is the problem I'm finding, because we've got a lot of games quite quickly. Some of the lads, especially the wingers and the fullbacks, are starting to get a little bit tired. You can see Sam Roberts' heart there. The lower that gets, the more tired he is. You need to be a little bit aware. As Waters is in here for Torquay, it could be 2-1. It's not. That is a fantastic goal-saving tackle, I would call that, from Oliver Gardner there. Fantastic stuff. We'll bring Jake off because he's not fully fit yet. In fact, I'm not going to bring on Yemi. I'm going to bring on Lewis instead. He can play on the right. See, this is my problem. I don't really have anyone who can play on the left-hand side. Who can we do? Who can we put in here? Anyone left-footed? What foot do you, Jazz? You're left-footed. There we go. He looks like someone familiar. I can't think. Do you know what he looks like? Go and Google Katarina Johnson-Thompson. She's a heptathlete, I think. If you don't know who she is, go and have a look at her. And honestly, they look exactly the same. Just a male version. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Jeffrey's in that playmaker role that I was thinking about. So I say, although he's a good box-to-box midfielder, I do like to have a playmaker on the pitch just to pull the strings a little bit as well. So we'll leave Kennedy to try and win the ball in the midfield, and then we'll let Jeffries kind of stretch his legs a little bit and bring out a little bit of the flair that I'm confident he has. 72 minutes in, we're still 2-0 up, which is nice. I'll absolutely take this if we can get into the next round. Seeing as we've just been knocked out of the FA Cup, it'd be nice to get through this as well. Marvin Brooks is going to play a dink over to Warren Bentley, who's picked it down, taking it down. Oh, it's a good save by the keeper. Should really have been a goal, I think. He probably should have put that one away, especially given the form he's in. Wheeler with the ball in, not quite 21, but it drops back to Marvin Brooks. I didn't even notice he'd hit that on his head. It came at him so quickly. Didn't even have a chance. Chamberlain Gale's not had the best of games. I'll tell you what, we'll bring on Ruben Gill. We're struggling a little bit with fitness at the moment. We have got a lot of games on coming at the moment. So I think we've got another game in like 2 days against Truro that I'll obviously play offline. So it's busy. It's very busy as all. It's a good effort. It's like Umara from Torquay there, just dinking that over the crossbar. Just about managed to get away with it though. And we're riding our luck a little bit now. As Aoma takes a shot and it's gone drifting wide of the post. It's starting to push our luck a little bit. I'm going to roll this back to cautious. And then what we'll do is we'll just shift back. We'll shift the defensive line back. We'll worry a little bit less about going into them going forwards. And we'll see if we can grind out this win. Ruben Gill getting into him there. Putting him under pressure, and Beauchamp makes a lovely save as well. Got to be said. Andrews at the corner in for Torquay. Goes to Little, but Beauchamp's equal to it. He's had a lovely game so far. You see it's 8.0 rating out of 10. That's lovely. Best player on the pitch so far. And hopefully we can get to the end of this game with our clean sheet intact. That would be a big boost of confidence. But ideally, get to the end of the game with the win. That's the important thing. Lovely to see our strike partnership getting the goals today. Beautiful stuff. As Marvin Brooks is going to get on that, he goes straight through the player. Love the confidence in that man. And running to the end of time. It's full time. We're through in the FA Trophy. We're through to the 3rd round. And I believe we play a team in the league below us. If I'm not mistaken, we'll go and confirm that now. Jump out of here. Yeah, Beauchamp impressed for Salisbury. Best player on the pitch, as you can tell. Drops us down to 7th in the table, but we do have a game in hand over the likes. Not really many people, to be honest. So we're probably there on merit, I would say. Apart from Western-super-Mare, we can pretty much catch up with a couple of wins if we can get those. And we play Melksham in the FA Trophy 3rd round. I feel like I know where Melksham is, but I cannot for the life of me tell you exactly where. Can I find that out at all? I don't know. I feel like they're not too far from us. Tells me my geography's terrible, got to be honest. So we do play against those guys. We'll play against them at the end or middle of December-ish. And in terms of that, should we go and have a look and see when we're going to play next? Just scroll down here. Let's have a look. I mean, it seems fair to do a nice little cup double again. So we'll go back. We'll come back for the games against Bromsgrove and against Melksham. Seems like a sensible one to do. Hopefully you agree. Anyway then, guys, that's going to be it from me for this episode. I'd like to thank you guys again once more for watching. Thank you again massively for the stats that have been getting from these videos. Love to see that. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the series as much as I am doing it. If you are, then hit that like button on the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel for regular Football Manager videos as well. And let me know your thoughts in the comments as always. My name's been David. I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.